everyone, and I am here today with another book review because, as you'll see with January wrap-up, I read a lot of books. But today I want to discuss the Arcana Chronicles. Specifically, I want to talk about Dead of Winter, which is the third book in the Arcana Chronicles by Kresley Cole. Just to give a little bit of an overview about what this series is about. First of all, I really had no expectations. I didn't think that I would like it as much as I would, and I thought that going into the series it was YA, but it's actually a new adult series, and there are supposedly 6 books in the series. I don't know if it's been confirmed yet, but I think in a blog she said ideally she would like to have 6 books. I know that there's more than 3. This book series took me by complete surprise, and it is one of my new favorite series, and it is fantastic. A very, very brief overview of what is going on in this series is you have the main character, Evie, who is, I think, like 17-ish. She is starting her school year and just came back from not like an insane asylum, but she went to go and get therapeutic help because she was having visions. And basically these visions lead to, there is a before the flash and there's an after the flash. And she is saved from the flash. And after the flash happens, basically there are these major arcana and from like tarot cards, and each person, like a tarot card is based on the person. And whether they want to or not, they are in this race to kill each other, and there can only be one victor left, and so good. So if you're interested, again, it's one of my new favorite series, and so I will put the Goodreads link for the first book down below in the About section, so go check it out and read it, and then come back and fangirl with me about the series, please. Yes, thank you. But that's basically going to be it for the non-spoilerly section. I will now be going into a little bit of a discussion of Dead of Winter, which is the third book in the series. So if you haven't read it, leave and then come back when you've read it. Now that hopefully people who haven't read it have left, I do have a bit of a confession to make. It's going to be a short discussion just because I have been lazy. And I read this book series quite a while ago, and so I made a few notes, but it's not going to be as long as some of my other book reviews, discussions, thingies. So the main things that I want to talk about are Death and Jack. I'm not really sure I trust Jack, to be completely honest. He keeps on lying, and the fool Matthew is kind of like, he was unforeseen, he was unexpected. I have a little bit of a theory on Jack, and I don't know if it's going to come true or not, but I'm wondering if Jack is another like minor arcana. We haven't seen all of the major arcana, and I think Matthew in Endless Night, the second book, I think he said something, or maybe it was Death, said something that sometimes other tarot cards, other arcana don't appear until others have been like killed. So I don't know if he just doesn't mean if they just show up, or if like the calling isn't like relatable to some cards until other cards are killed. I'm not sure, but there's just something about Jack that just doesn't add up, at least in my head, especially like the way he's a killing machine. I just sometimes think that it's not humanly possible to do some of the things that he does. So I'm wondering if he's another arcana that we haven't been introduced to yet, and that he might not even know. But yeah, I don't like Jack. I don't trust him. That's just the bottom line. But then on the other hand, we have Death. I don't know if I like Death just because I'm sympathetic to him, if that makes sense. I don't know who I like. I don't know what's going to happen later down the line, which I really like. Sometimes you still know where a love triangle is headed, and I'm not so sure that I know exactly what's going to happen. So we're only at book 3 out of possibly book 6, so there's a lot to go on, and a lot to go down, and a lot to go right. I love, love, love how the third book ended. The twins were perfect evil characters. I loved them as villains because they were creepy and they were weird, and then you find out that it's only one and the other twin is like inside the guy twin. I don't remember his name. Did he even have a name? I don't, it's been a while. But the defeat of the twins, as sad as I am to see them go, I'm also super now looking forward to the Emperor and other villains, because that just means they're gonna be better than the twins, right? Like, they're just gonna keep on getting worse, and that's fantastic. I mean, not for Evie, but it's great for the reader. And of course, we know that Jack's not gonna die. Like, he's obviously not dead. It's only the third book. I mean, I guess he could be, but my bets are on that he's not. How does he get out? Again, tying into my Arcana theory. I think he might be another Arcana. I don't know. It's just how I feel. Any other thoughts? So here's a question. If you could be any Arcana, who would you be? I would kind of want to be, what's her name? Lark? The one who can see through like the animals. I think that would be really cool. But yeah, that's all I have to really talk about. If you have any more points that you want to talk about that you've read, comment down below. I would really love to talk to people when I put up book reviews. I don't put up book reviews lightly. Like, I really like the books that I talk about and I discuss, and I notice that sometimes I don't get a lot of activity. So if you would comment down below if you've read the books and stuff, that'd be great. Thanks. So if you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Goodreads, Tumblr, and Twitter. And that is it for today. So until next time, bye! Hello everyone, and I am here today to talk about Ensnared by A.G. Howard. It is the third and final book of the Splintered series.